So we've taken these considerations and produced a showcase building named St David's, after the patron saint of Linlithgow. Linlithgow's motto is "St David is kind to strangers," and this embodies the Visitor Hub's connectivity with the local community and especially the existing and growing number of visitors to Beacraigs. At its heart, St David is an environmentally, economically and socially sustainable visitor hub.
St David's is a showcase of CLT with exposed interior, creating a warm, welcoming aesthetic, a mono-pitch sedum roof with skylight windows and natural light into the western side of St David's. This adds foliage which blends into the environment to create an aesthetically pleasing design which reflects the surrounding environment. We've added timber columns on the northern side of the visitor hub. This is to replicate the surrounding deciduous trees. This building consists of a cafe space with a kitchen, a space for pop-ups or residencies, an office, internal and external cabinets, and a storage and plant room. Multiple fire doors have been added onto the northern, southern, and western side, giving plenty of space for escape routes. To prevent any risk of water damage at the base of the CLT walls, an ACO drain system will be implemented.
So for the technical solution for the building, we've used a fabric-first approach to maximise the performance of the building. Carefully selected materials will mean the building will require very little heat or cooling. For the main structure of the building, it will be constructed from locally sourced cross-laminated timber, and for our particular project we'll be using 3-ply boards. And this has been selected for a range of key qualities. CLT has a low thermal conductivity, which will reduce thermal bridging. It also has high thermal mass with a high thermal storage capacity, which will provide extra insulation in the colder months, but will protect against overheating in the summer.
So it was very important for our design that we use local suppliers as much as possible. The inherently low embodied energy of timber means it helps in reducing CO2 and other greenhouse gas emissions, therefore contributing to the Scottish share of the carbon saving target. Using this homegrown timber will help ensure that the CO2 emissions of the transport are minimised. To transport the external wall panels, we'll be using an open flat lorry with a high-up crane attached to the back as an alternative to a regular crane on site.
As far as the summer pavilion is concerned, we identified 4 main requirements from the brief. We summarized all these characteristics in 2 main concepts. Our structure needs to be adaptable and modular, and the best solution we came up with is an open gazebo. The main structure has a square plant, and 4 identical modules are manufactured, and they compose the structure by connecting one to the other. We have various ideas on how the structure might be anchored to the floor, but in the specific case of our site, steel bolts might be used, as you can see in the picture on the right.
This has been a fantastic project, and I've particularly enjoyed the connection to the mentors who have been part of the project. Really interesting professionals coming from diverse backgrounds, and a great mix of perspectives. Certainly, the likes of inclusivity is something that I've not really given a great deal of thought of before, and certainly developed my mindset through this project. It's made me a bit more think on my feet. So yeah, it's been fantastic, especially meeting all the mentors. So again, thank yous for participating.
Yeah, I love the whole experience. It's a whole new experience for me. I've only worked in like solo projects, so it's nice to work in a team. Yeah, I learned a lot of new skills with the software and working with a bunch of people to create a final product. Yeah, I'm also going to be moving to Edinburgh Napier this year, so it was a nice introduction to the lecturers as well. Yeah, but overall, I really loved the experience. Yeah, it was great.
Yes, I really enjoyed working with different students. So I studied mechanical engineering. So I've been able to work in my group with civil engineers and architectural technologists. So I'd never worked like on a kind of professional project with people from that background before. So I was able to learn a lot from my team. And I think that just we managed to. Perhaps there was areas that we could have improved on in the final design, but I think we worked really well together and managed to come up with a successful design. Yeah, so that was great.
Yeah, for me, the best part was to collaborate with my team and see all the different ideas and expertise that each one has come together, and then we had to compromise on some stuff, well, because of the different ideas and whatever. So I love our final design, and I love how we got to it.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience, and it's kind of made the best of a tricky and bad situation. That the kind of workflow and how we collaborated as a team was really interesting. Different was Trimble Connect and Miro, and just trying to obviously we come from different directions with different ideas, but it was just fascinating to see how we merged those ideas and we came with a solution that we're all happy with. And again, yeah, thanks for all the mentors that came and shared their expertise. That was great learning from them. And with yourself, Louise and Mila, for facilitating this opportunity as well. It's been great.
Yeah, just well done, both teams. It's absolutely amazing what you both come up with. I'm really, really, really impressed. It's quite impressive seeing that it started off as a feasibility study, which, it's interesting to see that these ideas started off, and then to see what you guys have come up with is absolutely amazing. And it's really clear from both teams that you've given this both so much thought into even the tiniest of details, which is so impressive. And you've considered the environment side of things, which is obviously something I'm quite passionate about, but you've taken it that step further, and yeah, really, really well done to both of you. It's been great working with you all as well.